If you're feeling like your credit score is a roadblock, kind of holding you back from your biggest goals, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to walk you through how to rebuild your credit starting right now.
Look, I get it. Financial setbacks happen to pretty much everyone. Whether it's a few missed payments, some high debt, or something else entirely, it can feel incredibly stressful. It's overwhelming.
But here's the really good news. A lower score is not a permanent mark. It's not a life sentence. It's just a starting point. And this explainer, this is your roadmap. We're giving you the clear, actionable steps you need to take back control, and you can start today.
So, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why you can bounce back. Then, we're going to learn the rules of the credit game. After that, I'm giving you a concrete 6-step plan. We'll set some realistic timelines and expectations, and finally, we'll cover the big mistakes to avoid so all your hard work pays off.
So first up, your credit comeback starts. Why is recovery even possible? You got to think of your credit score less like a permanent scar and more like a health score you can actually improve. Yeah, things like missed payments or high balances leave a mark, but it's not indelible ink. With the right strategy, you can start piling on positive information that just begins to outweigh the old negative stuff. And this quote really gets to the heart of it. 7 years. That sounds like forever, right? But here's the thing. The impact on your score starts to fade way sooner. Your positive actions, like paying on time and lowering debt, they start making a real difference in just a few months, long before those old mistakes officially disappear from your report.
All right, so to win this game, you've got to know the rules. Let's stop thinking of your credit score as some mysterious random number. It's not. It's a game with a very clear scoring system. And once you know what the system values, you know exactly where to put your energy.
Okay, so this is the FICO model. It's the one most lenders use, and it's basically broken down into these 5 pieces. But, and this is super important, they are not all equal. Payment history is the heavyweight champion at 35%. Why? Because it's the single best way for lenders to guess if you'll pay them back in the future. And right behind it is amounts owed at 30%.
Let's just put that into perspective for a second. Your payment history and your credit utilization, which is the main part of amounts owed, that's a whopping 65% of your score. So if you want the biggest bang for your buck, the fastest results, you focus right here. It's that simple. All right, theory's over. Let's get into the actual plan. This is the heart of what we're talking about today. A 6-step checklist you can literally start using the second this is over to begin rebuilding your credit.
So here is the 6 steps. We're going to pull our reports and look for errors. Then we attack utilization. We build a rock-solid history of on-time payments. We use starter products if we need to. We look into becoming an authorized user. And finally, we get smart about applying for new credit. So let's break them down.
Step 1, and you cannot skip this, is your foundation. You got to know what you're working with. Head over to annualcreditreport.com. That's the official government-mandated site. And here's the new secret weapon. You can now get your reports from all 3 credit bureaus for free every single week. This isn't temporary. It's permanent. So use it. Be your own detective and hunt for any errors that might be dragging your score down.
Okay, step 2, attack that utilization. Like we just saw, this is about 30% of your score, and honestly, it's often the fastest way to see your score jump up. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's just the total of your credit card balances divided by the total of your credit limits. Your goal is to get this percentage as low as possible. This chart makes it crystal clear. If you're using more than half of your available credit, you are in the damage zone. Your first mission, should you choose to accept it, is to get below that. The next big target is under 30%, but the sweet spot, the ultimate goal, is under 10%. And this ties directly into our other steps, right? Step 3, building on-time payments, helps you pay down those balances. And if you need a fresh start, that's where Step 4 comes in, with things like secured cards or credit builder loans. And don't forget Step 5, you could get a quick boost by becoming an authorized user on a family member's card that's been open for a while and has a low balance.
So you've got the action steps, but how long does all this take? Let's talk about the timeline, because this is a marathon, not a sprint. We need to set some realistic expectations and use the right tools to stay motivated for the long haul.
So what does this journey actually feel like? Well, in those first 1 to 3 months, you're in full-on audit mode. You're pulling reports, finding errors, making a plan. Then, somewhere around the 6 to 12-month mark, you should start seeing real, tangible progress. Your score actually starts climbing. After that, it's all about making those new habits stick, long before any old negative stuff falls off around year 7.
And what do I mean by tangible progress? Like, is a 100-point increase actually possible? Yes, absolutely. With consistent positive actions, paying on time, every time, and keeping those balances low, seeing a score jump of over 100 points in that first year is a very realistic goal for many people.
And you don't have to do it in the dark. You've got some great tools to help you. We've talked about the free weekly reports. You can also use services like Credit Karma for free score monitoring. Just know they show you a VantageScore, which is kind of like a cousin to the FICO score lenders use, but it's still awesome for tracking your progress. Then you've got newer tools like Experian Boost, which can give you credit for paying your phone and utility bills on time. And Ultra FICO can use your good banking habits to help your score. They're not magic, but they can be really helpful. All right, last section. And this one is huge. We've talked about what to do, now let's talk about what not to do. This is all about protecting the hard work you're putting in and avoiding the common traps that can completely derail your comeback. Here's probably the #1 mistake people make. It feels so satisfying to pay off a card and just close the account, right? Wrong. Don't do it. It seems logical, but it can actually backfire. Closing an old card shortens your credit history, which is 15% of your score, and it lowers your total available credit, which makes your utilization percentage shoot up. The smarter move? Keep it open with a zero balance and let it keep working for you.
And a few other quick-fire pitfalls to avoid. This ties back to step 6, being smart. Don't go get a new secured card just to max it out immediately. That totally defeats the purpose. Don't just ignore collection accounts. Try to negotiate a plan. And please, resist the urge to apply for a ton of new credit all at once. Every application is a hard inquiry that can ding your score, so be strategic.
So, if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. There are no secret hacks. There's no magic button. The tools we mentioned can help, sure, but the real key to rebuilding your credit is just boring consistency. One on-time payment after another. Keeping those balances low month after month. That's it. That's the formula that wins the long game, every single time.
Which brings us to one final question. You have the map. You know the rules. So, what's the one small, totally achievable step you're going to take today to start your comeback? Whatever it is, just take it. Your future self is going to thank you.